Welcome to the Stonehenge of Australia, or so it would seem. This is the Australian Standing Stones here in Glen, New South Wales. And when I saw this, I couldn't resist the temptation but to come and share it with you. So I'm standing here right at the information board, and it says traditional Nurabul or Gurabul land, which would be indigenous Australians. But I'm not going to read the whole thing here to you, but you can look some of this up. It has some information about the symbolism of the stones, some of the other points of interest that you might see here. And then it actually gives you, I will share this with you. So as I'm talking right now, I find myself right here, off to the just off to the right, and there is the circle, and they've got the true east, north, west, and south. So I'm going to be coming in from the east, and they've got some different information about, the winter solstice, the summer solstice, and what have you. So we're going to just take a little bit of a tour of this place here, and you see they've got there's the Southern Cross stones right there, and then here are your Celtic cross. So there's the Celtic cross, and there is the Southern Cross stones. So let's go and take a walk and a visit. As you come in here, they've got a bunch of different flags that are flying here off to the right, and then over here they say this is the home of the Australian Celtic Festival. And it talks about Celtic origins, the significance of the tartan, and what have you. You can say that again. You can say Celtic to sound like Celtic or Celtic. The earliest and most common use sounds like Celtic. The various Celtic languages are grouped into the Gaelic, sounds like garlic, speakers of Ireland, Scotland, and the Isle of Man, and the Brittonic speakers of Brittany, Wales, and Cornwall. Some street signs in Glen Innes show both their Gaelic and English names. So we're going to do a walk and talk among these stones. And right here is a interesting stone that they have right here. Look at that, like a table. You could sit and have yourself a picnic, perhaps. Now I did take a photo. And I'll read some of this to you as I walk. Since 1992, these stones have been a memorial to Celtic people, past and present. The Celts were farming people and lived across Europe and the British Isles from around 2,600 years ago. The early Celts developed distinctive cultures which were rich in music, art, and literature. Their descendants have now spread across the world. These 38 stones are the official national Celtic monument. They celebrate the contribution to Australian culture made by people from the Celtic nations of Asturias, Brittany, Cornwall, Galicia, Ireland, and the Isle of Man, Scotland, and Wales. Many Europeans who settled in Glen Innes from 1838 were of Celtic origin. Those from Scotland, Ireland, and the Isle of Man developed grazing, dairy, and mixed farming enterprises, while those from Wales and Cornwall were often gold or tin miners. So what a great opportunity this is. Now this would be the east stone right here. So there would be your east stone, and we'll walk along and share some of these. I'm really tempted to get my drone out and fly my drone around some of these stones here, but look at that. So there's your east stone right there, and if I come around, I'm actually going to enter into the circle. So here we are in the circle. Look at this. And if I continue, the symbolism of the stones. These stones represent features of early Celtic life and celebrate the Celtic nations whose descendants contributed to Australian life. The 38 stones include a circle of 24 stones representing the 24 hours of the day. 3 stones mark the center of the circle. The central stone is the Australia stone for all Australians. The Gaelic stone to the north of the Australia stone is for Scotland. And the Brythonic stone to the south of the Australia stone is for Wales, Cornwall, and Brittany. 7 stones mark where the rising and setting sun show the high point of summer, the summer solstice, and the deepest winter, the winter solstice, important times for early Celtic farmers. So, look at this. I think these are the 3 stones that I was just mentioning here. Kind of like the, as I was saying earlier, like the Stonehenge, like the Stonehenge of Australia, if you will. Quite interesting. Now this over here would be the that would be the northern stone, just out beyond the circle there. Very, very nice. Quite interesting to look at. There's a little stone cottage that I'll share with you as well. But it is some really, really beautiful countryside. And this would be the, just over here, this would be the western stone. Now I actually have some Scottish heritage. I think it was my grandmother's maiden name was Macmillan, and the grandfather's name was Sawhill, Irish. So I have a bit of Irish and Scottish in me. Look at that. There's your western stone. And just some beautiful countryside. Okay, so we'll walk over and take a look at the cottage, which is a cafe. It's not open at the moment, but very nice. What a nice tribute to a really special group of people. Now I see there's some more stones up there, so we'll go up there and take a look as well. Fantastic. Just up ahead is Excalibur. This is the sword in the stone. And it says that the he soever pulleth the sword from this stone shall be endowed with great knowledge and wisdom. So maybe I'll try to pull it out on my way back down. But there's Excalibur. Another to commemorate a number of community-minded citizens who dedicated many hours of effort to create this monument. And here would be Tynwald Hill, 1994. Cronk Keo Ian. This would Tynwald Hill. A lot of these you can just search if you want to read up a little bit more about what all this is. This is Pipe Major. Stairway and walkway Actually, I'll show that to you. Okay. Here you see they've got some nice benches where you can sit and share a chat. Wonderful. This would be the Celtic family wall. And as I approach, there's a memorial here. We salute those who made a dream a reality. And it has the names of some of the individuals that have contributed to this. Peter Alexander, George Rosinski, Jim Stokes, Meg Curnow, Ian Curnow, just to name a few. But here is the Celtic family wall. And they have some of the, looks like it's almost, well, it's cinder block, if you will. And as I come in, you can see they filled in some of these. Canis stone from the birthplace of Major Archibald Clun Innes, right there. You see that? Stone from our castle on Elan Evau. So they've put stones in here. You can see. You see they had these stones in, and that's the Clan Donald Society of Queensland. These stones are from the land of Sleat, Clan Ranald and Glengarry, dedicated by clan members, May 2007. Here's the Clan Sutherland, Australia, Clan Chisholm, Australia. Quite interesting. James and Edith Cargill, Foundation members of the Queensland Manx Society, 1914. Point of our Isle of Man, visited by Steve and Judy Toms, 2020. So that's recent. Quite fascinating. Here's the Isle of Skye. You can see that. Isle of Skye. The pen is mightier than the sword. Clan Mitchell, 2011. Quite interesting. Stones from McInnes lands on Iona and Kinlochlan Castle, Argyll in Scotland. Right there. Very nice. So maybe the next time I come, there'll be a few more of these holes filled up. Fantastic. All right, we'll go down and look at the cottage. The Crofters Cottage, a Celtic experience, also known as the cafe. And the cafe is closed right now. Perhaps it'll be opened up in the summer, when the summertime comes around, but I'll share it with you. Just kind of walk along the front. What a nice little spot to stop on a road trip across Australia. Country Artscapes. All right. So that would be your tour of the Australian stones here in beautiful New South Wales, Australia. I hope you enjoyed the visit.